Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're back for round 2. You guys are ready to go. And so we were talking about Tectonic Edge. And we've got that player on. That is Mr. Chris Priest on Jeskai Control, the right of your screen. Get Zach Barker on Yawgmoth combo. This should be interesting because I think Yawgmoth is actually pretty favored here. Except,
for sure.
Except
Zach's piloting it.
Well, it's the tale of two pilots, right? So like Zach, pretty new. He's a newer player, new to Yawgmoth. Chris, this is the only deck he plays, and he's been doing it for like decades. So
that was a
bad
opening hand for Zach. It was like, I think, total of 6 mana sources between the dorks, and then I think 3-4 lands.
I'll tell you what, man, every once in a while we catch a view of somebody looking at their phone while their opponent is mulliganing. And like, sometimes it's like them grabbing a text. And I just know, like, one time we're going to get hit because it's going to be somebody's like girlfriend sending them like nudie photos or whatever. And we're going to catch it on stream and we're going to be done.
Yeah, that's why.
It'll be worth it though.
On the stream, I keep my phone off in the black area where you can't see.
Oh, dude, I don't look at my phone when I'm playing. I know my wife.
Yeah. I mean, same, but
she would be the one, man. She would be the one to get me.
She can send it, and I'll just hold it up. Hey,
she sent me one.
I'll get home. She'll beat my ass.
I shouldn't even say.
Right.
I had to go to Memphis to my like corporate headquarters for a meeting. It's like literally a meeting with like 50 people, and they had like people go take a 5-minute break, get a water, get a smoke, whatever you want to do. And I left my phone laying there. And I came back, and she had sent me something. And it was just like face up. I'd been out of the room for like 5-10 minutes. I was like, oh, fuck. Anybody walking by could just see it.
Yeah, that and the durability of my phone case, I always keep it down because kids will pick up the phone, and
dude, I
never know what I'm going to get from my wife.
I just got a new phone, and I paid the $40 for the screen protector that they say that keep the box, and if you break the screen protector, you can come back in and we'll replace it for $8. Right? Had the phone for 3 days, cracked. So it's a $48 screen protector that's probably going to cost me $8 every 2 weeks.
It's not Gorilla Glass, is it?
Nah, I don't know what it is, man.
I got
shit glass is what it is.
I think this is Gorilla Glass, and because I'm clumsy as shit at times, I'll just throw my phone into a wall, down some steps, and
I have the worst luck. My wife is a bartender. She bartends on concrete, drops her phone all the time, doesn't break it. Like I had this thing for 3 days. I dropped it from a distance of about 19 inches. It shattered the screen.
Landed on the exact perfect corner to shatter
on carpet, screen. Mind you, on carpet.
Of course, on carpet. It's
never to be heard from again.
That right there is exactly why I quit buying Android phones.
Yeah. All right, so Ignoble, eating it. The one issue that like Chris would normally have in this matchup is just 1-for-1 removal spells don't work well against Undying.
I would have saved the ending.
Yeah, there's definitely he's going with that old bolt the bird mentality. Oh, I forgot he's got wall omens.
Maybe he's more I don't know how familiar he is with the matchup, but I would always save the ending when I have played like Control versus Yawg. I always save the endings for the Undying. Yeah. Because you might be able to wall blocking that damn wolf, but you're still going to get smacked by the Undying combo in the long run.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chris is just probably... He was on the Bolt the Bird plan there, I'm sure.
Classic, man.
Yeah. Oh, and he's got... Also, it doesn't hurt that he's got an entire handful of prismatic endings. I think he's just got like every copy in his hand.
Good choice on the Geist there versus the wolf. Oh, he's
just... Yeah.
I guess the prismatic on the dork there is okay.
Oh, man. Zach's out of cards. He's got one card in hand. I honestly, I wish that we could set up a second station and just have like Chris as the, like whenever he plays, just have him be the backup match, because I actually enjoy watching this deck function. I think it's fun, and like it usually goes long, and so whenever you have those matches where it's like Living End versus some other combo deck and it ends, you know, like immediately, we can just switch over and watch Chris plays control against some dude. But maybe in another life.
I think the shop's steadily growing enough that it might not be too far out of reach in the future.
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's been good. John was like, he was looking at the Twitch screen the other day, and it's like looking into, like, we had like 5 people in the chat or whatever. He's looking over here. He's like 16, like recommending 16,000, 8,000 right now. One of them even had as their thing. It said just chatting, and he's like, "There's 23,000 people there. He's just talking. He's not even doing anything."
Yeah, but this is also magic.
Oh, dude, he's playing this obnoxious die. Dude, we need to keep track of his. I actually should have told him last night that this die isn't working for me on stream, man. I can't tell what that number is. I know it's a 1 now. He did bounce the thing, right?
Yeah, he bounced it.
All right, I'm gonna have to keep track of that.
I'm not liking Zach's position now, because
no, he's just out of resources, and Chris just has all the cards.
What is that? Ignoble and Endurance.
Ignoble Endurance. Endurance is pretty good against Snapcaster Mage, which is a card that Chris has. But the problem is, Chris, they're playing at sorcery speed now.
God. I mean, I guess now would be as good a time as any, since he can't snap.
I say, you don't want to give Chris his 3 prismatic endings back?
But technically speaking, he's getting them back anyways, and his fetch land, but...
Yeah.
That's the only downside to Endurance that I've never liked.
What's that?
It tucks,
yeah,
and then you just fetch and shuffle it back.
Yeah, well, I mean, Zach targeted himself here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Why?
I get, like I said, I guess he didn't want to give him back but I mean, he's just going to get to Snapcaster now.
Yeah.
If he wants to. He might not want to.
I would. I'd Snapcaster that Endurance right now.
Oh my God. So,
yeah, he can't.
A lot of people know that Chris is playing Memory Deluge, and I heard him openly talking shit about how it's a bad, unplayable card like a week ago. So he's obviously changed his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, because I watched him deluge to dig for Solitude last night to stay alive, so he probably doesn't feel that bad about it anymore.
Okay, it's growing on him. It happens, man. We all take hard marks. When I first saw Hall of the Storm Giants, I was like, dude, there's no way that card's good. There's no way. And then I played it, and I was like, okay, this card just wins games.
Yeah.
Like, I've actually since played a control deck that was the only win condition, and it felt great.
I'm not as big of a fan as everyone else of Hall, because it's just so easy to play against.
Yeah.
You have to pay so much to swing with it. And
it is. I played it in a deck that was just literally just all out. It was a blue-black control deck, and it just run you out of resources and then do this. And
that I could see being viable.
I like to play weird, grindy shit that murders my opponent's stuff.
It is so much more better when you have a Teferi down, so you don't have to worry about them flashing in something on your end step and just, killing you.
I hate that card, man. I know I bring it up like every week, but God, that card pisses me off.
It does indeed. It's one of the worst things for our archetype.
Yeah. And it's just like I've always been a control guy, and like it just made control like not fun. Like control mirrors used to be about skill, and like 2 control players duking it out, the better control player is going to win 90% of the time. But now they just get this card that the first person to resolve this wins instead, is kind of how it seems. Might not actually be reality, but it sure feels that way.
It definitely puts you at a serious advantage if you resolve Baby Teferi first.
Yeah, it shuts off a lot of your opponent's cards. So, and winning the card advantage battle is just part of the control mirror.
Just a huge fucking deal in the era of Modern Horizons 2 pitch elementals.
No matter where we position the hand cam, we cannot get through Chris's fro. It just doesn't work.
The luscious locks are unbeatable.
He needs to send him to Locks of Love so we can get some good content of the Jeskai control hand.
Just ask him if he can wear a ponytail. I want to see his reaction.
Can we get you to pull your hair back, Chris?
It usually goes the same way with the hats, though. I noticed on past streams.
Yeah. People with big heads. Isaiah, yeah. Tommy, they're notorious for hiding their hand. Their big heads.
Oh, yeah, mine's very good at it, too. But, I mean, my mama wasn't a window maker, so I don't really care.
So, Chris just thinking about... Okay, I think he was thinking about whether or not he wanted to fire up that manland here. Cases could be made. So he's got in hand. Ugh. Feel like that card just never going to resolve.
Probably not, but...
And you have to sacrifice a creature as part of the cost, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I've never been a fan of those cards for that reason. You get so outvalued.
My favorite with that card, when that card was first printed, my favorite thing was remanding it. You never remand it. You can try again next turn.
Oh, yeah. It feels especially great against Allosaurus on like a Neo form.
Yeah. I've never seen that deck in paper. Play against it online all the time. Never seen it in paper in my life.
It's one I'm in the process of building.
Are you?
Nice. It's a sneaky one. It's incredibly powerful if you're experienced with it, but just like Living End, it loses to itself more times than not.
Yeah, and it loses to jank. Like just
turn one hand disruption or solitude.
I was playing this weird deck. It's been several months ago, but I was playing this weird deck and it just flat out lost to my the fucking white counter spell, counter unless you
Manatide.
Yeah, I beat him with Manatide, and it was just rage scoop,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it would feel bad, man. Sorry.
Nothing makes me want to scoop harder than getting smacked by a Manatide.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the actual worst. Okay, well, this card just wins, right? This is what you do. Oh, I see that tectonic edge. You gotta take the tectonic edge, man, for the stream. Oh, fine. I'd probably take the Snapcaster Mage. There was a Snapcaster. He didn't want it. Interesting. Not enough value for him, apparently.
So, I did play... I believe it was Tim who Manatized my Living End when he was playing Cat Combo. That felt incredibly bad, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. That would suck. Yeah, that's no bueno.
I think that's the only time I've ever been had out by Manatithe. What did he grab off that deluge?
I hate playing 4-color with Living End because I'm worried about them having the endurance, and it's just oh God, don't have it, man, don't have it.
Yeah, that's how I feel
so
every time. Yeah, it resolves. Go ahead and cascade. Tuck my graveyard.
Is this Beseiju? Is he going to Beseiju the manland? Chris, this is totally Chris too. Chris immediately grabs a not Hall of the Storm Giants like this one. That's exactly Chris's mindset. Angle shooter to the end. It's you want to blow up this glacial fortress, right?
That doesn't work. Hall has
Ward
4.
He's doing it on his turn. It wasn't actually it only has ward if it's a creature.
Oh, okay. I thought he was Besieguing it while he was swinging.
No, he took the hit and then on his turn drew the Beseiju.
That just doesn't feel good at all. I would have killed it in response to the activation.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
What is that?
I think this is a cord.
It's a
This is going to be the... Oh, God, this is going to feel
Come on,
not
cord
good.
for Dryad Arbor.
Chris will probably be like, yeah, that's fine. Yep, he sure did.
Cord for 2?
Yeah, you can have your 2-drop. I'll just kill that.
Looking at the matchup now, I think that Yawg does not have a fair shot.
Yeah, not Zach Barker Yawg.
I think game 2,
Which I love Zach. Nothing against you, Zach, but like
Chris is going to have to draw very poorly for Zach to win.
we've seen him do it. Chris is notorious for keeping unplayable hands. Like he is the guy who believes that he will get there. You know, he'll lose just because he's like, oh fuck.
Judging by past streams, looks like him and Zach are in the same boat. So let's see who keeps the shittier hand.
Yeah, right. All this, oh man, the scries. This is the thing. He's playing 3 copies of. This is a 3-color deck, mind you. 3 copies of Tech Edge. He's got the scry, the scry 2, the blue castle. He's got 2 copies of Hall of the Storm Giant.
His mana base is so fucked up. Wow, I didn't realize it was that jank.
He's like, I don't know why. Like people always give me shit for it, but I never have any issues. Dude, fuck you, man. I'll give it to him though. It's his though.
Is that Scoos?
It looks like Scoos. Little weird with the timing there. I get. We'll say this is Zach's end step that he's doing this.
There's just no way he's gonna let that resolve, right?
No, I think he's saying it resolves, and then on your end step, I'm casting Solitude, and this is Zach just eating some stuff before his Scoos goes away.
Oh yeah, I missed the Solitude. I was watching him fuck with his lands.
And Chris is like, yeah, you can take 3 random cards. I don't give a shit. And now he's got lethal.
He should have ate some of his stuff so he could
Gain some life.
Yeah.
Oh, he did gain some life. Okay, so he's not lethal this turn unless there's a bolt, which or Helix.
He has Fire Ice in hand, right?
He has Fire Ice in hand.
Double Fire Icing for the win.
So
that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, might not be able to attack with the Hall this turn. He's just gonna.
That was.
Doesn't want the Tech Edge. Why'd you put that one in your deck if you never want to draw it, Chris? Come on, man. I think he's afraid of Tron. Is what it's Tron fear. Which that's such a bad card against Tron.
It's old school. And when I played Jeskai, I preferred to play Ghost Quarter over Tech Edge.
Yeah.
Just to keep him off of turn 3 Tron.
Yeah, me too.
But I guess maybe
I also like the other utility that Ghost Quarter had. You know, like if you get got by a Blood Moon, you can use it at instant speed to try to go get another basic to make it a little better. Another cord. Chris is probably fine with it. He's fine with you playing a 5-mana 2-drop. Like he'll let you do that all day.
does he not have enough mana to cord for Grist?
Yeah, he's short. He could only get 2-drops. He's only got 5 lands. He's got nothing in play. So yeah, that's just a 5-mana 2-drop.
I think like best case scenario at some point.
Yeah, and it's also knowing that your opponent just bounced Solitude to his hand, so you know going into it that there's no way that thing's living. That's bad. It feels bad. And Chris gets to scry 2 again if he wants. Probably will. I would have scooped by now if I was Zach.
I think he's looking for the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Of watching him get spanked. He's for sure dead in the water, though. Even with the perfect string of draws, there's way too much card advantage for him to ever come back into this.
Yeah. If he doesn't gain life on this turn, he's dead.
Peat land.
Okay, yeah.
Evolution.
That doesn't do anything.
Just the card I needed.
It doesn't do anything. So Chris can just... Oh, Secure the waste for $1 million.
Is that the token creation?
Yeah, it's just 1 white and X make X 1/1 tokens at instant speed.
Oh my god. What kind of fucking jank is that?
Dude, it's
holy shit.
I tell you what, man, it's effective.
I mean, I see, but still what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is not the blue-white control deck that splashes red for fire. Like, this is true old school Jeskai jank.
So can I read Yawgmoth so that I can play around it better? Damn it, Zach, you're not supposed to give free information away.
Well, we use REL level shit, so if Chris wanted to, he could call me out there to pull up the Oracle text. So,
oh, can he?
Yeah, you can ask.
I guess he could have just used his phone while he was right there, too. I do that all the time. Just, there's some players that come in every now and then who don't want you to have better odds against them, and then they just get smacked by living in anyway, so...
Yeah, you can do that if you ever are playing out there and I'm here and you want they have a card, you're not sure how it's worded, you can call me out and I'll give you the Oracle text.
Ooh. He's been playing this a while, hasn't he? He's running the old player rewards, lightning bolts. I dig it.
Yep.
I wonder if they're still up there in price. He should be playing the pretty tech edges, though.
Yeah, it's new to the deck. He just hasn't acquired him yet. Like he's had a long time to pimp this thing out, and it's his only deck, and he refuses to play anything else. I always ask him, and I'm like, because he's been playing this thing for no joke, man, like 8+ years. And I'm like, when are you ever going to build another deck? And he's like, well, I haven't perfected this one yet. He's like, I'm not 100% proficient with this one yet, is what he always tells me. I'm like, well, that's just never going to happen. So you're never going to build another deck, is what you're saying. So I don't like, man, the surgical extraction effects just blow.
He's showing us what he's boarding.
Yeah, taking these cards out and I'm bringing in the bad surgical extraction. What are you taking from it? Like, this isn't a combo deck. What is it called? Necromentia or whatever? Like, what are you gonna Necromentia from Chris?
Probably Solitude.
Secure the Waste is one copy.
Yeah.
Solitude's good. Prismatic Ending's probably good.
He's bringing in the Crusader. He was actually talking to Tommy and I about that earlier, what matchups would be best, and I think this one is definitely most ideal for the single
Crusader
copy. Yeah. If you can get it, though, I mean, you're still going to get blown out by a Ambush Viper and Snapcaster Mage. It's a 2/2, right? There's a double strike.
Yeah, but the black thing, the infect thing, has first strike.
Yeah, so never mind.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any pump for a Snapcaster, so...
Yeah, Chris doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with it, really. He has... he can counter it, and he can block it with his 7/7 land.
There's no way that I'm ever hard casting. The only thing that you cannot remove of mine, I'm cording every single time if a cord ever resolves.
And that could get Chris too, because we saw him where he got in this mode where I'll let the cord resolve and kill the creature, and if he was letting it go for cord for 2. If he lets a cord for 3 go by it, he could live to regret it for sure.
Yeah, because then you got your Grist and your Crusader, which is just... I mean, Grist itself at least gets you some little weenies out there.
Yeah.
For the beats, but...
Buddy Young, what's your favorite color?
I think this is Chris Angle shooting. He knows he won game 1 and he doesn't have to win any other games. This is totally a Chris move. Yeah, take my sweet time.
Did I just see Test of Talents?
From Chris?
Chris's board? It looked like it. Maybe
I don't think it is, because he actually... I saw his sideboard before, and I don't think he played that card.
Is he playing Dispel?
No. He was going to play a copy of Dispel, but did not. I can't remember.
I'm trying to think of the artwork I just saw. It's a counterspell effect, and it looked way too much like Tested Talents. an older Dispel and Test of Talents had some similar artworks that if you caught it out of the corner of your eye, you might mistake them. So maybe
Actually,
that's what happened.
fuck, dude. We got deck lists. Dovin's Veto, Surgicals, Bolt.
It's really fucking.
Oh,
playing
he's Force and
Surgicals.
Negation. He's got a play set of Force and Negation in his sideboard.
That's probably what I saw then.
Yeah, they're the old border foils. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this last.
I think his sleeves, the one that has the mat on the front, Chris' sleeves,
Yeah.
actually helps see the cards on camera way better.
Yeah.
Maybe I should recommend that to Parker for all of his foil decks. It might help cut down on that glare.
Oh, because it doesn't have like the shiny front.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
comparison to what Zach is playing. I don't know why I can't speak English.
Yeah, Chris also like triple sleeves his deck too, so there's that.
What?
Dude, he's a character, man. He's one of the goofiest motherfuckers I've ever known.
I mean, I guess if he ever needed to use his deck as a brick,
Yeah.
at least his cards are protected.
I don't think he's going with us
sleeve.
to Columbus, dude. He's a trip to have with you in a group environment, man. I'm like, Chris, dude, they're gonna stab us, man. You need to shut up. He just has no fucking regard for his situation at any point.
No, I noticed that yesterday. He was just talking mad shit while playing away. He's like, I don't know who you think I am.
We went to the store in Plymouth one time to play some Modern, and I've told this story on stream before, but like he's like he finished like fourth or something and like got some store credit, but it was a newer store and they didn't have all their stuff out yet. It was still in boxes. And so he's trying to spend this credit. He's never going to go to the store again. So he needs to use the credit, but like he's being difficult because he only wants specific things and they don't want to go search through boxes looking for one or two cards. And he's being really difficult about it for like no reason. And like holding up an entire line of people that also want to purchase things. And like the guy behind him is like, I wish I had $17 store credit. And Chris, while arguing with the guy at the counter, stops. Here's this guy say, I wish I had $17 credit. And just turns around and says, get better, dude. And turns around and immediately starts continuing the conversation with the owner who's clearly not happy with him.
That's pretty great.
Just doesn't miss a beat, man.
What did he he necromentioned Baby Teferi.
Okay.
Why? It
Chris
doesn't
did
do
not
that
get a
much.
zombie. That might be notable.
It's not that important against what you're trying to achieve.
That's the problem with Necromentia in this matchup, right? Is that no matter what you take, you're leaving him with stuff. It's the same problem we saw earlier. You're not stopping him from killing you or stopping him from stopping you.
Realistically, I would have just necromentioned Solitude or fucking Counterspell, man. Those are the things that are going to beat you. Baby Teferi's
I think there's an argument for Prismatic Ending. Probably not at the point when he's already used two of them, but if you're going to bring it in, I think that's a potential target.
I don't think he had used two until now. I think that's a Scalding Tarn.
It would have been good then, huh?
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, you got to combat the stuff that's actually going to hurt your strategy. And Teferi's not going to do that. It's just bouncing shit to your hand.
This is second game in a row where Chris has cast 3 Prismatic Endings in his first 4 turns. So lucky draws for him because that's just like the perfect card for this matchup.
I think he's trying to figure out if he wants to let Grist resolve.
Does he have a counter spell?
Guess not.
All right.
So he's sacking to destroy a fucking wall of them and stand.
It's a little awkward. It's not how I would
guess
play it.
at least you're getting in for one more point of damage return instead of none, but it doesn't feel great.
Yeah, it didn't feel good.
Now Gris is just dead to a fire ice.
Yeah.
Bolt.
Numerous things, really.
Oh, there's your secure the wastes.
Yeah, that could end this game ultimately. Let's see, I haven't got a chance to take a look at Zach's hand yet. Of course, he's not going to let me. He's got a cord, a Yawgmoth.
Damn.
Yeah, he's got the stuff.
Wonder what Chris is sitting on then. It looked like he was contemplating the Grist earlier, but Grist really isn't as impactful as like Yawg. So maybe he was holding.
Grist is super annoying though. I already read this card, Chris. So I think, is he gonna go for the secure play here?
Yawg is finally doing what it does.
Yeah.
Just creature beats. Very rarely does that deck actually combo. Did he bring in surgicals?
He did. He doesn't. He forgot. I was talking to him about this before. He forgot rest in pieces, and so that's the only graveyard he had with him.
Ah, okay. I mean, it makes sense to bring it in.
Yeah,
but
it does.
You're right. Rest in peace is significantly more impactful.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it. Okay. Oh no, he's just gonna solitude. Okay. Oof. Nice 2-for-1 there.
Solitude is a fucking house.
It is indeed.
I just got a surgical in hand and board wipe. It is a verdict, right?
It is a verdict, yep. He's sitting pretty well, honestly.
I think they both got like great hands. I just think Chris is better right now.
The only thing I don't like about his hand, there's no like on the surface it doesn't look like he's going to do anything with his mana on this turn cycle.
Please, cord. What is that? Cord for 2? Should have tapped the insect token, right? Or no, it doesn't produce anything, does it? Or it would be a colorless.
Isn't it green? Or it's a Grist makes a colored insect. It's like green black or something, maybe.
So he could have for the Crusader.
He should have.
It would still die to the verdict.
It would die to the verdict.
Bummer.
That's true.
I think he's playing incredibly safe, but
interesting that he's gonna, with the verdict in hand, that he's gonna go ahead and fire this off.
I think he might be trying to chump the Geist to
remove it entirely with the. Or he could also surgical it.
Yeah, I think he might be just throwing dudes down, chumping, and then maybe board wipe to permanently get rid of the Geist.
He's getting aggro.
Okay.
He wanted to take out Grist.
Why didn't you just chump with the token?
That was an all-out assault on Grist.
It's all right though.
So I think is Zach down to 1 card? It's a big one.
Where'd that evolution go? He had an evolution in hand, did he not, at one point?
You could be right. I don't know. It could be anywhere.
So
It looks to me like Chris is not overly interested in playing the Supreme Verdict this game.
no, I would because Zach could never know that there's a surgical there. I'd sack the insect tokens to kill the Solitude and draw 2 cards.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
You're not going to win the race otherwise.
If he tries to sack the Strangle Roost guy, it will get bit by the surgical.
Yeah. And I think he'll probably sack it. Yep. Because he couldn't anticipate a surgical extraction from Jeskai control.
Yep. So Chris is going to go to 6 here, I believe, and we're going to get all the copies.
Yeah. I guess if you want to get technical, he's playing 4 colors. Is that not a watery grave right there?
Yeah, he's playing a watery grave just so he can get an extra notch on his prismatic ending.
Yep. I mean, makes sense, but
yeah, it's
what weird ass mana bases nowadays.
Oh, it is, man. It's crazy. I appreciate Chris's though because I don't think it's good, but at least it's his. You know, so many people just pull it right off the website. You know, like at least he. And I'm sure that if you tell him that, like, why are you doing this? He's going to have an answer. He has a reason for everything that he's doing. It might not be a good reason, but at least he has one.
As long as he's confident in himself, which it sounds like he's always been.
He's something else, man. He's a fucking weird dude.
Since the day he was born.
I talk to his brother about it sometimes. His brother comes in here and I talk to his brother, and his brother's completely opposite. And he's like, I don't know, man. Like, might have been switched at birth or something.
So we're still on the resolving of the Solitude trigger.
All right, so it's completely gone.
Well, there's a Yawg, so just let it go. Keep your last token.
Doesn't look good for Zach. I guess the only thing he really has to hang his hat on is the fact that Chris is at a low life total, but that's not much. Also, I will say Chris would prefer to have more lands in play than what he does.
Oh, for sure. He's got to have some good shit in his hand. He's missed a couple of land drops.
I see that he's chosen to play fairies as his warrior tokens.
Verdict, Solitude. Can't see that last card. I see a Grist, Yawg, and what the hell is that last one?
So another fun Chris story for you. We hosted a PPTQ here once, and so we had people coming from out of town and stuff because they want to qualify for the Pro Tour. And Chris gets paired up with against this kid from out of town, and when they go to, it's like round 1, the kid's like, "Good luck," and Chris says, "Thank you."
Get fucked.
And then after the match, Chris wins, of course, and this guy's like, "Just so you know, like I thought it was kind of rude that when I said good luck that you didn't say good luck back to me." And Chris is like, "Well, why would I say that? I wanted to win. Why would I want you to have good luck? If you have good luck, then you might beat me."
Wow.
Dude, I love it. I loved it. I was dying.
I don't like saying good luck to people. I'll say it to like Nathan because Nathan's, cool dude, always chill. Yeah. But most of the time when people tell me good luck, I feel very uncomfortable. Like, you actually want me to have bad luck, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, it does feel like a very forced thing. Like, let's do the niceties,
Like, I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to smack you and go home.
I did go to a big tournament once and get matched up against a guy who just was not a good person. Like, he was just like a dick, did not want to be friendly at all. And like, that doesn't feel good either. I mean,
was he playing blue-white control?
He was playing humans at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
I was like, well, good games. And he's just like, you didn't even have to make decisions. I'm like, well, the only decision you made was what to do with your the meddling mage, and you named a card that I had taken out. in sideboarding, so
You fucking smoked. Yeah.
all right. So there's still the game going on, I guess. Oh, is this happening?
He's staring at it very hard. He's like, yeah.
Dude, get it. It can win. It can win. Well, actually, it can't win because Chris still has a fucking board wipe.
Yeah, as soon as he sees that, he's wiping.
Yeah.
He can't afford to not.
This actually is a really good call.
Yeah.
So get Chris down to 4.
Yeah, that feels bad.
Yeah. Sure, Chris just has action for days still. It's not going to let me see.
Solitude is just... It's going to help bring him back in for sure. I mean, maybe not now.
Man, how bad does this Necromentia look?
Well, had he played it before, probably not as bad as it does right now.
What would you even name? Snapcaster Mage?
Solitude for sure.
Solitude for sure?
Oh, yeah.
They're all, like, he's already played so many of them out.
Did he board out his counter spells? Because I don't think he's countered a single thing. It looks like all...
He probably at least trimmed them.
Solitudes in the yard.
Yeah, he probably at least trimmed them. Which there's nothing worse than... I get it, because there's nothing worse than playing control and, like, leaving in counter spells and then getting your face kicked in while you're staring at a handful of them. So he probably just went heavy removal. And I'm sure that Chris is speaking to him now, saying something completely obnoxious.
Yeah, he's like, you should just scoop. There's no fucking way you're coming back. Got a Solitude.
Oh, he's not shy, dude. He'll take free wins all day.
Yeah, Zach doesn't have any quit, I've noticed. Even when it looks bad, I've never seen him just scoop.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's kind of like that. They talk about the Reed Duke mindset. I don't hate it. Yeah, Yawgmoth just seems so bad when you don't have a lot to do with it.
Please don't Necromentia now. I
think that Secure the Waste makes... I know it makes warriors, but they might be human warriors, which... Yawgmoth does have protection from humans, so that's a notable thing.
Yeah.
Not very notable, really, in this matchup, but could be a thing. Oh, no. They're just warriors.
Yeah.
They clearly look to be human in the picture, but...
I think it would have made some slight difference. 'Cause he could have maybe found a way. Oh my god. Archmage's Charm.
Take your
still
2
would
for
have went for the
ones.
Solitude.
Chris just doesn't care about it. Like, this is one of those things where Chris feels better about the match just seeing that cast.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of those, like, I talk about these sideboard trap cards where they look cool to people and, like, it's in their sideboard and they bring it in. It's like really for, like, combo decks, a specific matchup maybe, and then they just bring it in against everything and it's bad.
I think, fuck. Well, never mind. Zach's just pretty much boned at this point.
The what?
Zach's pretty much boned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking if he was able to find an undying creature, the Yawg would be able to carry him by, wiping the board with that draw minus shit.
I gotta say, man, for me, the all-star of this game, with this match, was Prismatic Ending, and I don't think it was overly close. And the fact that we had 3 Necromentias cast, and not one of them naming that card is kind of insane.
Yeah. Prismatic Ending is always an all-star.
Oh, yeah.
Backed up by Solitude.
Yeah.
All right, slam it. Kill yourself with a fetch land.
There's the handshake. All right. Well, we managed to pick another one that went down to the wire. So we're going to go to round 3 here in 5 minutes, maybe less. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah.